What's going on, fellow freelancers? Coming at you today with another Anthem video. Today we're going to talk about the recent live stream and the upcoming patch, which includes new game features. I'm also going to cover some hidden content within the game. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Okay, so for anyone who missed the live stream yesterday, they announced a new patch coming next week. I'm going to go over some of the bigger points about the patch, starting off with the Elysium Caches. These are basically Stronghold chests. In your challenges menu, under daily challenges, you will see that one of the challenges will have a little key icon, as you can see on the screen. Completing this challenge will net you that Elysium key. You can then use that key to open up the special Elysium Caches or Stronghold chests at the end of any stronghold, i.e. after the final boss has been killed. 4 chests will appear. Anyone with a key can open one of these chests, which then of course consumes the key. But what's cool about this is the items that come out of the chest, like any other chest, will appear on the floor for everyone in your group. So if all 4 members of your group each have their own key, you can open all 4 chests, and all 4 people will benefit from the contents of all 4. Now these chests contain vanity items and crafting materials. The vanity items are exclusive only to these chests, and we have already been reassured that there will be absolutely no duplicates in these vanity items. So you can continue to grind these, do your key, or get your key every day, then go do a stronghold, open your chest, and collect the rewards. While we're on the subject of strongholds, they have also done a few changes to this. You will no longer start a stronghold more than 2 minutes into it. So no more popping in at the end, like at the end boss or at some failed whatever. And boss loot has been completely reconfigured for a higher chance to get additional masterworks and legendary items. You still get a guaranteed masterwork, but all of the other slots, say it drops 4 items, so the other 3 remaining slots, for example, are no longer capped. So you have a higher chance of getting additional masterworks and even legendary items, and of course that is affected by whether or not you are on GM2, GM3, etc. The chance gets higher the rank, the difficulty, of course. Some of the changes they're bringing to the Forge. First off, there is no longer a load screen of any kind going in or out of the Forge. It is now essentially a seamless transition in and out, and can now be accessed from the map menu anywhere within Fort Tarsus. So literally open your map up at the top where you normally see like map, social, featured, etc. You now will see Forge. You can click on that and it will immediately throw you into the Forge from anywhere on the screen. Another fun add-on is they are going to now display your equipped components on the right underneath your weapons and gear, so you can see your full loadout right there in a list. The biggest thing that they're bringing to the new update that I'm actually quite happy with is the legendary missions. These are the critical path or main story missions from the game that have been revamped and can now be replayed on any difficulty you choose. They are now scaled for a full party. Whereas strongholds offer the highest challenge in the game, legendary missions are right below them according to the devs. New challenging encounters have been added, i.e. apex creatures such as Ursics, Titans, Luminaries, and Furies, and they have also mentioned that if the enemy was there before, like maybe it was originally like a Scar, now it'll be an Ascari Heavy, or an original character that was like an Elite will now be a Legendary, etc. They now award you a special chest at the end. There will be 6 missions at the start, and you will be given access to one of them per day. And of course, they rotate, and these can be replayed as many times as you wish. So that's really cool. Alright, next I want to go over the patch notes, some of the other things that they're adding into this update. Now, this is not the full list of patch notes, of course. This is just some of the highlights that I thought were worth mentioning. Jesse did mention that the upcoming patch was 13 Word doc pages, so a lot of stuff is coming. There are various performance updates. Mass salvaging in the vault is now a lot more streamlined. Basically, when you go to junk something, it's more instantaneous and you'll spend a lot less time doing this. The glass/fog walls, the majority of them have been removed. Although it's fun to note that, or important to note I should say, that as a temporary measure right now, they have implemented a manual respawn option on your map screen. So if you're running a stronghold and you get stuck behind one of those annoying fog walls, you can open your map and click the button. You can see it at the bottom, and it will force respawn you, which will put you past the glass wall. So that's a good thing to know. There are also a lot of improvements to quick play. Like, for example, missions now auto-lock after 15 minutes, so you won't get matched into them. You won't get matched into half-done missions, almost done missions, or broken, glitched instances. Also, several crash fixes. Squadmates, the timer, you may have noticed that your respawn timer at 30 seconds, a squadmate will run up and try to pick you up, and they'll either stop or they'll get interrupted or whatever the case is, and your timer will reset to 30. That has been fixed. Your timer will now continue at where it was before if there is an interruption. As well as the interaction bug some people are having where they can't pick anybody up or harvest or click on any nodes. That has all been fixed as well. A really cool thing is it now takes longer to overheat, by about 20% longer. And when you do overheat, it lasts about 20% less time. So that's a really good thing for especially your storms who need to hover in order to effectively do their job. Alright, some love for you interceptors out there. The melee button can now be held down to chain your melee combos instead of having to button mash repeatedly. And for you Colossus players, there's a 25% boost to Colossus defense. They have added a buttload of new universal components, as well as one for each weapon type. The example they gave on the live stream was basically acid slugs for the shotgun, where basically you fire X amount of bullets in rapid succession and it adds acid effects to the enemy for comboing. You will all be happy to know that that health glitch has finally been fixed. For those that do not know what that is, that was where it shows you having half-life even when you don't. And there's even a one where it shows you having full life when you actually don't. So that's been fixed. Also being fixed is not seeing missions or strongholds on your map. That will no longer happen. And a new fun thing they've added in is free play events such as world events, etc. now show up on your map. So you can find them, or if you die, you can quickly get back to them. A couple of other things they mentioned that note are not included in this patch. That is the stat screen. They're working on the stat screen. There's just no update on when it's actually coming. And they have announced that they are making support gear masterworks. Not sure when that's coming, but it's nice to know that it's in the works. One last thing I wanted to cover in this video was a friend of mine and we actually discovered a couple of what I would consider hidden bosses in the Tyrant Mine. So as you can see here, when you're headed towards the second Shaper Relic, if you turn around on this metal platform, you'll see that platform right there down below. After you finish this second relic, the 12 Echoes, a group of scars will appear down there. If you kill them, a little mini boss, Scar Shielded Enforcer, will appear. You can burn him down and it will net you extra gear. And because it's a mini boss, it does give you a chance to get slightly higher gear. Now note, that of the 3 times we have tried this, 1 time the mini boss did not appear. Neither did the little baby scars. So I'm not sure if it's an every time thing or if there's something specific you have to do to get it to spawn. But we did get it to spawn 2 out of the 3 times just by clearing the 2 relics. So there you go. Now we found a second hidden boss in here as well. Right here at this room, you go right back in the water. You want to look for those 2 long little algae strings right there ahead. You want to go straight through those. And then cut right. And when you see the opening right there, you want to stop. Basically do a 180 straight back. And go up to the top. Cut right through this little opening here. Around to the left. Through this little hole on the right. And you'll come up out of here, and there's your second mini boss. Now this one is an elite mini boss, so obviously has an even higher chance of dropping better loot. Now you got to be real careful with these because of the tethering in this game. If you don't kill them fast enough or your squad mates aren't with you, you may get pulled. So you just got to be careful with that. Now keep in mind, just because the mobs themselves don't drop gear, there is a theory going on right now, and I don't actually know if it's true or not, but there is a theory going around that 100% completion of a zone, i.e. Stronghold, nets you higher rewards at the end. Now, this has not been proven or disproven, but several people have actually tested it, and I have tested it myself, and it does seem to hold some truth. So we'll see going forward. I'm going to test the other strongholds and see if we can find any hidden gear as well. We have a group of us, me and several friends, we have run Tyrant Mine multiple times, and every time we have gone through it, we've gotten more rewards from 100% completion than we have from half completion or 2/3 completion. So this could be total random coincidence, but in my opinion, when it happens 3, 4, 5 times consistently, I tend to believe it's not coincidence. So take it for what it is. This has just been my experience. Of course, the game still runs on RNG, so who knows how much luck and chance actually plays a factor in it. So, like I said, take it for what it is, take it with a grain of salt, test it out yourself. If it works for you, let me know in the comments below, absolutely. And I will update you as I know more, and obviously if I find any other hidden secrets in other strongholds or any other places in the game. So that's it for me today, guys. I appreciate you watching, and like I said, if you find any hidden little Easter eggs or you try out my, hidden secrets here and you discover the same thing, or maybe you discover something different, definitely let me know down in the comments. I would love to discuss it with you to see your findings on this. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like and share. Definitely subscribe. Hit that bell if you're interested in seeing my new content when it drops, and I will see you guys next time on the journey through Anthem.